you are growing and you have a huge partner along with you who has all the resources in the world for marketing, and of course all the associated IP going with it. So I feel there is a definite merit in pursuing this path.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Open source in terms of hardware sounds really revolutionary. So are there any other products that you would like to share with us in terms of what has been created at TreeLabs, or what has been done before, or what you are doing right now?
Sure. I mean, actually, if I go on that cycle, you'll need many hours. Right? But so what I intend to do is operationally. I mean, it's not very interesting to me personally to keep doing a magic show here and get the applauses. To me, it is more important to trigger the young people who are around. So allow me to share an example of something that happened only a few weeks back in IIT, where I teach. So the students, they are kind of organized into these little clubs. There are these hobby clubs. So the one club is called the Maths and Physics Club. And they wanted to have something exciting because they have some. So I conducted one session with them, and this is how the session happened. What we did is, I told, using absolutely common household, literally household items that you have available, let's figure out a mechanism to measure Planck's constant. You know, something esoteric, Planck's constant. I mean, you just read it in your modern physics textbook and you believe in it, but I think no, let's figure out if Planck's constant is what is supposed to be. But we will use only the most common means available. And so the result of it, let me just share, just to tell you that a key idea could be here. So there was a little piece, okay, here is the, in about an hour or so, this is a little contraption that we put together. All you can see, there is a CD or a DVD over here. There is one plastic protractor, and there's a little stand on a wooden thing. And it's amazing that in that 1 hour session, these kids were able to do the experiment on their own. And imagine, I mean, an experiment, normally you have to push students to do their experiment, but here they're eager to do the experiment, because it just seems so unlikely that how can you use such a simple little, there's a little brass hinge that costs 10 rupees and this, like, I've thrown away CD and DVD, all these little things you put together and you can measure Planck's constant to like 5% accuracy. I mean, very casually you can just do that. So, and to illustrate that, I know most of you are techies, but let me just show this one little step. How many of you have played around with a DVD or a CD? In the way, raise of hands. How many of you have used it as a diffraction rating? Okay, so here is, I'm assuming you all have at least heard what diffraction is, right? So here is a DVD, so let me just illustrate this. So I take a laser pointer, and you can use any of the small lasers. So I'm just going to put this, and do you see these dots which are floating all around? So what's happening is, I don't know if you all can see these dots because it's all bright up here.
We can see it.
You can see them?
Yeah.
So, and these dots are happening at a very precise location. If I just manage to hold it. Now it seems, see these dots, the dots over there, and they're very precise location, these dots are there. So these are for different orders of the diffraction. And from measuring this angle, we can precisely find out the wavelength of the light. So, and this is precisely what we did. We used a few LEDs. Now it's as simple as that, few LEDs. And in this one, we put the LEDs here, and then you can measure the angle
Using the protractor.
using the protractor. You just tilt it and use your eye as a detector. You keep it about half a meter away, or then you have less, better than, 5 millimeter by half a meter is 1 in 100. Okay, so that you're doing pretty good in angle measurement. You're doing that, and lo and behold, we keep taking the data. Kids come and say, okay, what angle do you see? You write down, and the graph comes up, and you have better than 5% accuracy that you're getting in price transfer. So the point is, it's nice to be able to fire up a kit, and now they are thinking of this. Oh my God, I did not know the power in this fellow. Okay, because I told them and gave them examples. Now, can you use this? This is a diffraction grating. Explain them. Now they are ready to listen, and you use them to make a little spectroscope that can measure the quality of milk or the oil or whatever you use. Just simple things. Okay, they are fired up. Okay, so that sort of thing is what I am saying can really make a difference. And about the products itself, there are many, and I would like to maybe show one demo more of a lamp we have made, which is at the moment doing more than 2 times better than white LEDs in terms of efficiency. And this is not a statement that is being bragged about. This is actually validated. It is peer reviewed. So I mean, there were expert committees which actually took data, and they found out that it is doing better than 2 times or more than the white LEDs. And you all know, you have all been told that white LEDs are the best lighting devices around, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, I mean, it's okay to list these things, but let me tell you the kind of examples that we are putting our fingers in, and wherever we touch, just by thinking simple, you find there is a Pandora's box of ideas and solutions which are coming up. Now, somewhere I just met, okay, somebody makes pumps, right? I mean,
Yes.
there you are, okay, so now you see an average, not average, almost any skyscraper in the city. In Bombay, you have these 30 stories and beyond skyscrapers, and they are coming up pretty routinely. But do you notice where the water tank of these buildings are?
No.
No, the water tank which serves the water.
On the top.
Most of these buildings have the water tank on the top of the building. No? So the idea, any building, okay? But I am looking at the skyscraper just to illustrate the point. So here is a tall building, and so the water tank is right on the top. Let's say it's a 30-story building. Water tank is right on the top. So the idea is, this water will cater to all the floors. So you have to pump water from the ground floor all the way up for it to come to the first floor again, and to the second floor, and to the third floor, all the floors. Now, it doesn't take anything more than high school arithmetic or physics to look at what if I just split up the tank into 2 layers. Half capacity on the top, and another half halfway through. This half will cater to the bottom half, and the top half will cater to the top half. See, I'm just going to, abstract tell you. If it's on the top, I do an MGH. M is the total, G and H being the total height of the building. MGH is the total energy that I need in already existing case. And if I divide it into 2, now I have M by 2 G H, and the next one is M by 2 G H by 2. So you see straight up at 25% is saved. 25, and if you look at the actual bills that typical buildings have, in terms of the amount of energy they are spending in their water pumping, if this scheme is more divided, then you will end up with 50% saving. Now, what did it require? Nothing more than high school arithmetic. So my point is, if we just go on trying to tell you about the many different products that can come up or that we can work on, I mean, that list, hopefully the little video will give you a sense of what is the possibility. Another example of something that I got involved in the last couple of years, I would say. By no means I'm an expert in this area, but it is about a realization that happened just like all these other things. See, the average food that we eat every day in our homes, urban homes, if you think about it, this food has not been grown in the cities.